for my subscribers to my channel. In last time I spoke about the story of Isis, Asar, and Set, the brother of Asar, and how Asar left Isis to rule in his, while he went to go take care of some business. And Set, his brother, did not believe that the woman was fit for rulership. He didn't like no shit like that. But I think it's nothing but a prophecy of them knowing, because we got people in the Bible that prophesized of things to come. I think it was John the Baptist that did a lot of prophesizing in the Bible and Revelations. But I think they foresaw what would happen to black people. That's why I keep saying if we go back to the story, we'll see what to do. Me myself, I'm speaking of the divinity. I'm trying to prove the divinity of the black woman. In this story, Seth killed his brother because uh, Asar left his wife as ruler to rule while he was gone, and she had to flee when she found out her husband was dead, and she took us, some kind of way, go read the story. She ended up getting pregnant, but she raised her son with the knowledge of knowing what happened. So as he grew and once he became of age, he understood that, hey man, I'm on a mission, and my mission is revenge or avenging what this nigga, which was my uncle, did to my parents, did to my mother and father. And that's why I keep trying to say, and a lot of black people keep trying to tell to say, to promote the fact that they are sexualizing our mothers and they are criminalizing our fathers. But who is going to avenge this shit? Our children are the only ones that's gonna be able to avenge it. And we allowing our children to go to these schools, which sometimes they got to. You may not have the power, but you still have the power to teach them the truth. That way, when they grow, no matter what they grow up to be, a mathematician or rocket scientist, they'll still be aware of what these motherfuckers are doing to their mothers and their fathers or their daughters and their brothers. They're sexualizing our women. Look on the TV. And they're criminalizing our sons. Look, all you got to do is look on the TV. The shit is quite obvious. Uh, this is the shit they're promoting. But back to what I'm speaking about. How this mentality, the mentality of Seth, of him trying to prove that the black woman is not fit for rulership, is this mentality, this aspect, this thought is ruling right now today. There's any religious book that's ruling. The top two religious books I believe that I know of is the Bible and the Quran. And in both of these books, it blames the woman for the fall of mankind. In both of these books. But if you go research the Hebrew of the Bible, that is not what the fuck that means. In the Hebrew, it's speaking of those that lead and those that follow. Now, why did they transcribe it? It's for you to figure it out your motherfucking self. Why did they transcribe it as saying Eve was a woman and Adam was a man? When really the original meaning, the true meaning is the leaders and the followers. But why did they transcribe it to believe to say that it was a woman and the woman is responsible for the fall of the whole mankind? I'm telling you, this is what I believe in my study to be why, because the thought, the belief of Set is ruling right now today. It's ruling. And you women who's raising kids, you already know if you got a son or a daughter and you keep saying that motherfucker bad, that mother, you on the phone, you talking, you saying this motherfucker don't stop, he don't sit down, he's gonna continue doing that shit. It's like you promoting him or her to keep cutting up. You already know this. If you raising a child, you already know the more you talk about him being bad, the more you talking about him cutting up, that's what the fuck they're gonna keep on doing. Right? So what I'm saying is, here it is. We got women. My main focus is the black woman. She believes that she is the sole reason for the fall of mankind. And I'm telling you, that is not what the fuck that story means. And you got preachers, I don't give a fuck, you don't like it, who cares, that know the true meaning of that story. But are they educating you? Are they telling you that is not what the fuck that story means? It's about those that lead and those that follow. That's what that story is clearly about. This is how they get us, black people, a lot, because we don't realize our leaders, who we choose to be our leaders, or who they didn't put forth as our leader, are selling us the fuck out. Because a lot of them is doing it for money. But I'm gonna get to that. But uh, what do you expect from a woman who believes, without a doubt, she is the sole reason for the fall of mankind? What do you expect from her? Just think about it. Just think about it for a second. If you got a This woman is walking around believing without a doubt, I am the sole reason for the fall of mankind. You can get that bitch to do anything. Because she already feel like I'm a ratchet motherfucker. I'm treacherous. She don't believe in her divinity. Now, some black women do, but it's a small percent. But I'm not saying black women ain't crooked or can't be crooked. But I'm just saying, in being a student of that book, in believing in whichever religious book you want to believe in, she's more apt to do crooked shit when she believes wholeheartedly that she is the reason for the fall of mankind. In the Hebrew, that is not what the fuck it means, but they're teaching it because that aspect, that thought that the woman is not fit for rulership is what's controlling the world right now. If we go back to our book, then we would realize that they brought that shit to us. That's why I don't understand, and I'm gonna speak from my heart. I don't understand Africans. I do understand it, but I kind of don't because nigga, they brought that to us. That mentality, Christianity, the whole aspect of Christianity, or Islam, it don't even fucking matter. They brought that to us. We didn't know shit about that. That aspect, that the way they look at it, the way they teaching. Yes, everything according to history, scholars have proven it all came out of Africa. Egypt. Scholars then went back and researched and proved everything, the whole structure of Egypt. It was already prevalent in Africa. So maybe some real smart motherfuckers decided we're gonna go up there to Egypt and we're gonna create a dynasty. And they have proven that the first dynasty, all the aspects that led up to every other dynasty, that thought, that mentality, that spirituality, whichever way you look at it, was already present in Africa, the whole of Africa. It was already present. So what I'm saying is that they brought Christianity to us. That aspect that the woman ain't shit, they brought that to us. The aspect that the man should rule over the woman in that mentality. They brought that to us. So I don't understand how in the fuck when I meet an African or African people get to talking about Christianity as if it's above traditional African shit. I don't get that shit. I don't get it at all. So help me God. I could never speak about their traditions. I can never speak about their religion that they brought to us as if it's above ours or what we believed in. I don't give a fuck if it's us having 20 wives. I don't give a fuck if it's voodoo. I don't give a fuck what it is. Because if I do speak about it, if I do speak about their traditions, if I do promote their religion or whatever the fuck, as if it's above what we was doing, and guess to me, know what they're saying? They're saying they had the right to come to us and do every motherfucking thing they did in order to spread Christianity, in order to spread Islam, in order to get us out of that dark stage that they say we was in. They say we was in that dark stage, and they had to get us out of that dark stage. That would say they had a right to do every motherfucking thing they did to us in order to give us the truth. So I don't get it when an African, especially an African, is promoting this bullshit. Like, niggas, you retarded? I don't get it. I understand if you understand Christianity, I understand it. But if you're gonna promote it as if, uh, in the way that they brought it to us, you're gonna promote it as if it's above traditional African shit? As if it's above our culture that we had before they brought that shit to us. I don't understand. I think you a goofy motherfucker. You know, that's just what I think. I think you sleep just like you talk about niggas over here in America sleep. I think you sleep too, nigga, because you don't know what the fuck going on either. But I'm trying to get back to the subject of the divinity of the black woman, and the idea that this mentality, that the woman is not fit for rulership, is prevailing today. And this is why a lot of people can get the the black woman, to do a lot of treacherous shit. They can get her to do it. This is why she's so apt to do it, because she don't believe in her divinity. But she believes without a doubt wholeheartedly that she is responsible for the fall of mankind. And when you carrying that thought, that's a heavy fucking burden to carry. Let's be honest. That's a heavy motherfucking burden to carry, that you are the sole reason why man has fallen. And any man that believe in that, he can just bring that back up. Bitch, you the reason why we all fucked up right now. And get you to shut the fuck up. But if you knew of your divinity, if you knew of the true story, then you'll be able to defend yourself. Then you'll be able to reach out and tap into your divinity and raise your children the right way. The way your children can grow up and realize, hey man, I gotta avenge the shit they doing to my parents. I gotta avenge the shit they done when they sent us through slavery. I gotta avenge this shit. But how do you avenge it? Whether it's from Islam, whether it's from Christianity, how do you avenge it if you accept that shit? You can't avenge it. If you say I'm a Christian, you say I'm a Muslim, you can't avenge it. You cannot avenge it. It's impossible to avenge it because you got to understand they spreaded Islam with the sword and they spreaded Christianity with more than just the sword. You got to accept this shit. They spreaded it. They forced that upon us. And if any one of us dare stand up and say, like I meet a lot of black women that say, them black women back in those days, when they was allowing men to have several wives, them niggas, them bitches was dumb. If you spread that bullshit, what you're saying to me, if you just think about it, you're saying that they had every right to come over there and spread Christianity and Islam the way they spreaded it, no matter what they did in order to get us out of that bullshit mind state that we was in. I'm not saying no goofy shit like that. So help me God, I refuse to promote their cultures, their religion, or their aspect of religion, their aspect of Christianity, uh, as if it was better than what we was doing. As if it was better, even voodoo. I don't give a fuck because I done talked to a couple of African people and they told me voodoo is nothing but a science. I refuse to promote their shit as if it was better. Because again, if we promote it like that, then we basically saying, hey man, y'all had the right to do what y'all done to us. Because we was ooga booging, doing all type of voodoo goofy shit, and I'm glad y'all came over there and saved us from that shit that we was doing. Not I. You can. You can say what the fuck you want to say. You can believe what the fuck you want to do, but not I. But the most important thing is the black woman's divinity and getting her out of these books that's telling her, that's forcing her to believe that she's not shit. And bitch, you are the reason for the fall of whole mankind. So you need to shut up. And I'm telling you, that is nothing but the Seth aspect, the Seth belief, the Seth thought that the woman is not fit for rulership. And he has been trying to prove this shit, that the woman is not fit for rulership.